What's up YouTube, my name is Gemfire and this is my MPC 2000 XL. In one of my previous videos I had a comment from a dude who said he won't subscribe unless I start sampling from vinyl. And that's exactly what we'll be doing today. I have this vinyl record over here. It's a Soviet vinyl record and I don't know, here it is, hold on. This is not right. Yep, here it is. So this is Soviet vinyl record. This is some aerobics exercise. This record is really unique in the way that it was recorded back in the 80s in the Soviet Union and it used a lot of electronic instruments. This really sounds like something Daft Punk would have sampled in the 90s. The worst part of it is that it has this trainer lady's voiceover all over it. And I guess I can remove it using AI because we live in 2024, but I won't be doing that. I will just try and find a clean chop. So let's take a listen. And here's the annoying lady. This is so cool. Except the lady. Yeah, this one. Come on. Come on, lady. Stop being so annoying. Oh, come on. I wanted to sample this part. Yeah, I think I can sample this one. Yeah, I think I can use this part. Alright, let's call this sample. I won't be assigning it to any note as of now, I'll just keep it. And now let's go into trim mode and let's get a good sounding loop out of this one. Let's set it to play after end and we will try and find our endpoint. I think here it is. Okay, let's try and trim it. Let's see if we can loop this. We'll loop it all the way. Set the loop to on and let's listen to it. Nah, it doesn't loop properly. I think that should be enough. Yep, let's go and cut it out. And let's see if it loops. So this is gonna be like 16 beats and it's 123.7 BPM. Okay, let's set our project to 123.7. By the way, back in the days, a lot of tracks had these weird BPMs like 123.7 or like a lot of drum and bass tracks were like 175.8 or something like that. And that's just because they used a lot of samples. So they just had to either pitch the sample up or pitch the sample down. And that's why you got those weird BPMs. All right, anyway, let's go back into our sample zone and let's see if we can chop it. Yeah, you know what? It sounds pretty good to me. Let's go ahead and chop it. And margin, let's set it to like 5. Create new program. Yes, please. Now let's go back into our sequence. And here you go, guys. Already we have this French house sounding stuff. Now let's go and load some drums. For this kind of stuff, I will go into my kits folder and I'll be using this Vinyl House Drum Samples Volume 1 by Sennheiser Audio. Let's go into our, I don't know, kick drum. Let's see what we got here. I will assign it to pad number 1 on bank B. No, not this one. Although, yeah, you know what? This might work. Let's just load a few kicks, like 5, 6 maybe, and we'll be experimenting with them and we'll find a kick that works good with this track. This one, yes please. Alright, let's use this one as well. Let's just get a few more. No, not this one. I want something with a much more low end in it. First of all, let's rename our track. Let's call this one Kick. Kick. Let's try this one. Okay, let's go to track number 2. We'll call this one sample. I think I should start with the first 2 chops, this 2, and then I will improvise. So let's play around with these chops to see if we can get a cool sounding melody. Something like this. You know what, let's set the tempo a bit higher than we have, that way the chops will blend. Let's set it to like 124. Or maybe even like 126, why not? Or like 130. Let's try and maybe pitch these samples up or down. Let's see how that sounds. Let's set this to mono, this to mono, this to mono, this to mono as well. Let's set it to like maybe minus 10 semitones. Now let's try and play around with the filter. Let's go into options. Let's set the attack to 10, decay to 24, and the amount all the way to 100. And now we close our filter down. Ooh! Let's do the same with this chop. You know what, let's just continue experimenting with this stuff. Ooh! This is so cool! That's the kind of stuff that I wanted to do, yeah. Filter house. Let's just add this filter to the remaining chops. Let's reduce the attack on this one. I want it to open up slowly, I mean the last part. But the sample is too short, so we just need to find the right amount of attack. Yeah, something like that. Whoa, this is so awesome. Let's add some attack to this one, because I don't like the way it sounds. Alright, so now let's change our drum. I don't like this kick drum. Let's go to track number 1 and let's select this drum and we'll just replace the sample. I will just swap the samples as we go so we can find a good one. This one is alright. It's really punchy. Oh, you know what? Actually, now would be a pretty good time to hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's load up some hi-hats, some claps. We'll use the same Vinyl House Drum Samples folder. Hats. Let's go see what we got here. Yeah, this one sounds like a 909. No, not this one. Definitely not. Another 909-ish open hi-hat. No, that has too much low end. Okay. Let's record this hat. Now let's get a clap. Same stuff. Vinyl House Drum Samples. Let's just load a few claps as well, and we'll pick one later. No, I don't like this one. We have 3 claps over here. Yeah, I like this one. I like this clap. Let's record it. I think we need to get a rim shot. Let's go into our snare folder. Let's find a short snare. Yeah, something like that. We'll just go into bank C. Yeah, let's record this one. And you know what? Now would be a good time to send our sample into the individual outs into our My Mixer. So let's go into Bank A. Let's select all channels. Oops. And let's mute them. Now we'll go into individuals and we'll select like 1 and 2. And I will cut some low end because we'll be adding the bass line later anyway. Let's load up a bass sample. And I want to like something like a pure bass sample, maybe like a bass guitar, an 808, although this particular genre of music wasn't really associated with 808s, but let's see what we can get here. Again, let's load up a few samples and let's see which one will work with our groove. Now I need something bass here. I think I already have this one. Yeah. Oh, definitely not. Let's send this sample to 16 levels. Note variation, original keypad 8. Yeah, you know what? Let's record something like this. Let's turn the 16 levels off and let's send our bass line to... Actually, you know what? Let's start with a kick. Let's send this kick to 3 and 4 and let's remove it from the stereo output. And also let's send our hi-hats and claps to output 5 and 6. And I will cut their lows. Let's send this one to 3 and 4 as well. I mean our open hi-hat. Actually, no, sorry, it's not 3 and 4. It's 5, 6. You know what, I don't think I like the trap snare anymore, so let's just erase it. Alright, so now it starts to sound a little like French house, but we need something to spice up our drums. We need to add some additional drum elements. I think we should find a loop of some sorts that will go on top of our drums to fatten it up. Usually I would have used Splice for that, but as we're sampling vinyl, let me grab a few records from the shelf and see if we can get a tops loop from one of them. So here are a few house records that I own. As you can see, not many, but I think we can get some sort of loop from one of them. This is one of my all-time favorite house records. It's Horny by Mosi T. I hope I pronounced the producer's name correctly. As far as I remember, this record has a proper house intro, so let's check it out. I think it's on the other side. And let's sample it. Yeah, perfect. Edit, discard, loop. Let's just hit edit, loop from start to end, do it. Turn the loop to on. So the MPC showed me that this loop is at 122.8 BPM. And our project is at 130. Let's see if we can time stretch it. Actually, you know what? Let's try and repitch it first and see if it sounds good enough. And if not, we'll just time stretch it. 130.1. Yeah, that should work. Okay, let's record it. Like, this is our empty track. Actually, you know what? Let's rename this. Let's call this loop. And let's see how that sounds with our track altogether. This sounds good enough to me. Alright, so now we have the first 8 bars of our drop. So let's copy the sequence number 2. And let's add some variation to our melody. Let's find our melody track. Let's erase it. And let's play around with our chopped sample. Maybe we can get a cool melody for a second sequence. Yeah, something like that. Let's record it. Alright, so now we have 2 sequences, each one of them being 8 bars long. Let's sequence them one after another. We'll go into our song mode. Let's put sequence 1 and sequence 2. And let's listen to them all together. Alright, ravers, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like